You know, people often look at me and ask, what's your secret? I'm 92 years old. I still drive myself to the grocery store. I haven't had a cold, flu, or even a sniffle in over 3 decades. And no, it's not because I have good genes, or that I somehow dodged bad luck. It's because of 6 small habits I've done every single day. They don't cost much. They don't take hours. They don't require a gym, a guru, or a subscription. But what they do require is consistency, and a bit of care for yourself that most people forget in the rush of life. And here's the thing, they work. They've helped me stay strong, clear-minded, independent, and energized, not just survive old age, but enjoy it. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly invested in your health, not with money, but with attention? Because that's what these habits are. They're not shortcuts, they're signals. Messages I send to my body and mind each day that say, we're still in this. Let's keep going. And yes, these habits are backed by science. Doctors and researchers have studied the exact things I've been doing, and they all come to the same conclusion. Simple, daily actions, when done consistently, can lower inflammation, boost immunity, protect your brain, support your joints, and even slow the aging process. That's not wishful thinking. That's neuroscience, physiology, and decades of real-life results. You might be thinking, but I'm not 92. Exactly. That's the point. You don't have to wait until you're old to care for your future. You can start now, at 29, 49, or 79, and it will still make a difference. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you these 6 habits. Not theories, not trends. Just honest practices that have shaped my life, day by day, for over 30 years. They may sound simple, and they are, but that's exactly why they work. Because health doesn't depend on doing something huge once. It depends on doing something small, again and again. Let's begin. Habit number 1, 90-second morning movement. Most people think their day starts when they get out of bed. Mine starts before that, before my feet even touch the floor. Every morning, without fail, I lie on my back and send my body a message. Wake up. We've got a new day. It's not exercise. It's not stretching. It's something I call a signal ritual, and it takes only 90 seconds. 3 deep breaths. I stretch my fingers, wiggle my toes, then slowly rotate my ankles and wrists, like I'm gently turning on the engine of a well-loved car. Simple, right? But don't underestimate it. This little routine has changed the way I age. You see, your body's at its most vulnerable in the first 30 minutes after waking. Your blood is thicker, your joints are stiff, and your nervous system still half asleep. Most people, they leap out of bed, grab their phones, and go from 0 to 100. But I've learned, the hard way, that rushing your body is like slamming on the gas before the engine's warm. That's when mistakes happen, twisted ankles, foggy thinking, even falls. When I was 60, I used to wake up feeling like a rusted machine. Heavy legs, stiff back. One morning, I tripped over my slippers. Not because they were in the way, but because my feet hadn't woken up yet. That was my wake-up call. Since then, I've done this 90-second ritual every morning. Before coffee, before the news, before anything. Why does it matter? Because when you wake your body gently, you engage your circulation, boost oxygen to your brain, and activate awareness in your muscles. And the science agrees. A study from the National Institute on Aging found that older adults who start their day with gentle mobility have more energy, better balance, and sharper focus throughout the day. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't even need to get out of bed. All you need is 90 seconds, and the willingness to say to your body, I'm here. I care. Let's do this together. So tomorrow morning, before you rush into the day, pause, breathe, move, and remember, aging doesn't begin with big events. It begins in the quiet moments we forget, and in the small ones we choose to reclaim. Habit number 2, the golden glass, _ before I eat, before I speak, before I even check the weather, I drink what I call my golden glass. It's not a fancy supplement. It's not some miracle powder you find on Instagram. It's just this, warm water, the juice of half a lemon, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This little ritual is one of the most powerful habits I've ever adopted. I've been drinking it for over 30 years. And in that time, I haven't been sick once, not a cold, not a flu, nothing. So, what makes it so special? Let's break it down. The lemon is loaded with vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that fuels your immune system and supports liver detox. It helps your body produce bile, which aids digestion, especially as we age. You know that sluggish, bloated feeling some people wake up with? Lemon helps fix that. It also helps restore stomach acid levels, which naturally decline as we get older, and without enough acid, digestion slows down. Then there's turmeric, nature's anti-inflammatory gold. The secret lies in a compound called curcumin, which science shows can lower inflammatory markers that are tied to joint pain, cognitive decline, even heart disease. But here's where most people go wrong: turmeric alone. Barely absorbed, that's where the black pepper comes in. Just a pinch of black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound that increases curcumin absorption by up to 2000%. That's not hype, it's proven in peer-reviewed studies from Oregon State University and published in Frontiers in Pharmacology. I call this my golden glass not just because of the color, but because of what it represents. A way to start the day proactively, not reacting to illness, but building resilience before it's needed. It takes less than 2 minutes to make. Heat the water not boiling, squeeze in the lemon, add the turmeric and pepper, stir, and sip slowly. That's it. For me, this isn't just a drink. It's a signal, a quiet declaration to my body. We're protecting you today. We're choosing health on purpose. So tomorrow morning, before the toast pops or the emails ding, try it. Pour yourself something golden. And remember, health isn't about doing one huge thing once. It's about the small, consistent choices that whisper, I care about you. Habit number 3, the 15-minute healing walk. I don't walk to exercise. I walk to heal. Every day, rain or shine, I step outside, take a deep breath, and move. No phone, no headphones, no distractions, just me, my breath, and the sound of my own footsteps. For years, I thought walking wasn't enough. I believed I had to sweat, to strain, to push my body to the edge in order to stay healthy. But somewhere along the way, I realized, it's not about intensity, it's about consistency and presence. I call it my healing walk. Just 15 minutes a day. Not far, not fast, but always intentional. You see, walking doesn't just move your body forward. It helps move everything else back into balance. Your joints, your breath, your digestion, even your emotions. And science is catching up with what the body already knows. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that just 20 minutes of walking a day significantly lowered levels of C-reactive protein CRP, a key marker of inflammation in the body. Inflammation is the silent culprit behind so many chronic conditions: arthritis, heart disease, fatigue, even brain fog. But there's more to it. Every step I take, I breathe, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. And I smile, not because I'm happy, but because smiling makes me feel happy. That tiny smile activates the vagus nerve, a major part of your parasympathetic nervous system. It helps regulate your heart rate, digestion, and mood. It's incredible, really, how something so small can have such a wide-reaching effect. Some days, I walk around the block, others, I just stroll in my backyard. What matters is that I never skip it, because the days I don't walk, I feel it, my joints ache, my mind gets foggy, my energy dips, but when I walk, I feel like myself again, clear, open, grounded. So let me ask you, when was the last time you gave your body the gift of movement, not as a chore, but as an offering? If you've been feeling stuck, slow, or foggy, you don't need motivation. You just need to put on your shoes, open the door, and take that first step, because healing doesn't come in a pill. It comes in motion. And motion, my friend, is life. Habit number 4, protein-packed breakfast, brain and body fuel. Most mornings, people rush into their day fueled by nothing more than toast and caffeine. But not me. I start my mornings with what I call my brain and body breakfast. Because by the time you're in your 60s, or 70s, or 80s, your body isn't just hungry. It's starving for support. Here's what's on my plate: a boiled egg, a cup of Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and a few blueberries. Simple, yes, but powerful. That little combo gives me over 25 grams of high-quality protein, plus omega-3 south for my joints and brain, and antioxidants to fight inflammation and aging. And I feel it, not just in my stomach, but in my energy, my focus, even my memory. You see, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing protein. That means we actually need more of it, not less. But most older adults still start their day with cereal, toast, or maybe just coffee, and wonder why they're exhausted by 10 a.m. I used to be like that too, until one day, I mentioned to my doctor that I felt weaker, more forgetful, just slower. He looked me in the eye and said, "You're not getting enough protein." That one sentence changed everything. A study from Tufts University found that seniors who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal have better muscle mass, stronger immune response, and even live longer. That's not fitness advice. That's survival science. And it's not just about muscle. Protein is the building block for your immune system, your brain chemicals, even the enzymes that help you heal. Without enough, your body literally can't function at full strength. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be complicated. Some days, I swap in cottage cheese with flax seeds. Other days, I'll have grilled chicken on sprouted toast. The key is simple: never skip protein at breakfast. Because the way you fuel your body in the morning sets the tone for the entire day. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for that donut or skip breakfast altogether, ask yourself this: what does my body really need to thrive today? Then give it what it's asking for. Nourishment that fuels both your brain and your body. Because aging well isn't about avoiding time, it's about preparing for it. Habit number 5. 3-minute morning mindset practice. Before the coffee, before the news, before I even speak a single word, I sit in silence for just 3 minutes. Not to scroll, not to plan, but to tune my mind. Every morning, I ask myself a simple question: how do I want to feel today? Not what I need to do, not what might go wrong, but how I want to show up in the world. And then I imagine it. I picture myself calm, strong, steady, confident behind the wheel, clear in my conversations, patient when things don't go my way. It's a small practice, but over time, it's changed everything. See, most of us wake up and hand our attention over to the world. We check our phones, read the news, answer messages, and just like that, we are reacting to life instead of leading it. But your brain is listening, especially first thing in the morning. That's when it's most suggestible, most shapeable, and the story you tell yourself in those early moments sets the tone for the rest of your day. Neuroscientists at Harvard and the University of Wisconsin have proven something amazing. When you vividly imagine and experience, the same parts of your brain activate as if it were really happening. Just 5 minutes of mental rehearsal a day can improve your memory, reduce anxiety, and even strengthen your immune system. This isn't wishful thinking. This is neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself. And I felt it. Since starting this habit, I don't get rattled the way I used to. Traffic, delays, difficult people, they don't control my inner weather anymore. Because I've already chosen my state of mind before the world even gets a chance. Let me ask you, when was the last time you started your day with intention, not obligation? You don't need incense or mantras, just 3 minutes, just a quiet space, and the willingness to picture something better, because how you think is how you feel, and how you feel shapes how you live. So tomorrow, before you let the outside world in, pause, breathe, picture yourself moving through the day with strength and calm, and then go live it, because your body will believe what your brain rehearses. That's not a theory, that's the start of transformation. Habit number 6. The sleep that rebuilds you. If there's one habit I never break no matter what, it's this one: I sleep. But not just any kind of sleep. I mean consistent, restorative, deeply healing sleep. The kind that doesn't just rest your body. It repairs it. You see, for most of my life, I used to treat sleep like an afterthought, a luxury, not a priority. I'd stay up late, check one last email, maybe watch the news before bed. I thought I was being productive. But the truth, I was slowly burning myself out. Now, at 92, I protect my sleep like it's sacred. Because it is. Every night, I go to bed and wake up at the same time, even on weekends. I avoid screens at least an hour before bed. No TV, no scrolling, and instead, I follow a simple wind-down routine. I dim the lights, sip herbal tea, maybe read a few pages of something peaceful. And then I sleep, not for 4 or 5 hours, but a solid, deep 7 to 8. Because here's what science tells us and what I've felt in every fiber of my being. Research from Harvard and the Journal of Sleep Research shows that deep, consistent sleep boosts cellular repair, balances your hormones, supports immunity, and clears out toxins in the brain that can lead to memory loss and even Alzheimer's. That's right, your brain cleans itself while you sleep. You're not just resting, you're healing. Poor sleep, on the other hand, doesn't just make you tired. It raises inflammation, wrecks your focus, weakens your immune system. And over time, it accelerates aging from the inside out. I've had friends say, but I'll catch up on the weekend. Let me tell you, your body doesn't work like that. Sleep isn't something you can stockpile. It's a daily deposit in your health account. And the best part, you don't need melatonin, fancy gadgets, or expensive supplements. You just need rhythm. A signal to your body that the day is done and healing can begin. So let me ask you, what does your body really need tonight? Another episode on Netflix? Or the kind of rest that could actually add years to your life? Start small. One night, one routine, one quiet decision to care for yourself like never before. Because it's not too late to wake up feeling renewed. And if this message spoke to you, if you want more wisdom like this, shared with heart and backed by science, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey. Because health isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the quiet moments like the one you're in right now. You know, health doesn't disappear all at once. It doesn't vanish with a diagnosis. It doesn't crumble in a moment of aging. It slips away quietly in the little things we stop doing. The walks we skip, the deep breaths we forget to take, the sleep we cut short, the meals we rush through. And before we even realize it, we feel off, foggy, tired, disconnected from our own body. But here's the part that gives me hope. Just like it slips away quietly, health comes back the same way. Not through some grand transformation, not with expensive gadgets or trendy diets, but through small, steady choices that whisper, I still care, I'm still here. Every time you stretch before getting out of bed. Every time you sip something warm and healing in the morning. Every time you go for a walk, or feed your body something nourishing. Every time you smile for no reason other than to remind yourself life is still worth smiling about. You're not just doing a healthy thing, you're telling your body, we're still in this together. You don't have to be 92 to start. You just have to decide that tomorrow, you begin. And if you've already started, even a little, you're already ahead. Because the hardest part isn't doing the habit, it's choosing it. Especially on the days you don't feel like it. So tonight, I want you to ask yourself this. What is one small thing I can do tomorrow morning that says to my body, I haven't given up on you? Because it's never too late to begin again. It's never too early to take care of the only home you'll ever live in, your body. And if this message speaks to you, if you want more reminders like this, more science-backed habits that feel like kindness, not pressure, hit that subscribe button. Join this community of people choosing health, gently but powerfully, one small step at a time. We're not chasing youth, we're choosing strength. And it starts with something quiet, something steady, like right now.